Yo, what's going on, guys? We got another weekly updates video going over Cardano NFTs, the overall market, and what's coming up this week. First up, we have the S&P 500 still staying above our bear trend line. The Fed did raise by 0.25 as expected, and we will have to continue to watch out for banks and any talks about future hikes or cuts to guide us. The Fed did mention one more rate hike before going into a period of pausing/cuts. I'll be showing a few Meet Kevin charts because I don't know where to find them, but they do show a very clear picture. Now, this at first had me thinking we were going to enter a bullish period. However, let me show you this chart. The point of this is to show you that each time the Fed has pivoted, we have dropped significantly. This doesn't have to happen, but one of the worst ways to trade is to think to yourself that this time is somehow different. The Fed has to pivot at some point, and we also have to pivot to get back to a bullish rate. However, more pain could come before the bullish narrative truly plays out. Now, moving over to Bitcoin, we can see that it had a strong run up to around 29,000 before falling back to 26.5, and now it's hovering around 28. We spoke on this a little last episode as well, that banks are failing due to rates, and some are even trying to blame crypto for their failures, but people are starting to see that even banks are not completely safe. And everyone is always taught to diversify when investing, so I think that people are starting to diversify when it comes to keeping their money somewhere, just in case one of them fails. Now, if we move over to Cardano, Cardano is sitting around 35 cents, doing the Cardano thing that it always does, by staying flat while things are crazy, and popping off randomly when things are just kind of calm. But Cardano has something pretty cool coming up this week, actually. On Thursday, March 30th, there will be a discussion with the community on Zoom about CIP 1694. Now, ignore the technical jargon, this just means the discussion is around transitioning to the Voltaire era. The transition period was actually rolled out in November of 2022, but the main work on it has begun to gain momentum recently. Now, Charles has said that this Voltaire era will teach the rest of the industry a lesson in how to implement decentralized governance. This, in my opinion, isn't likely going to move the price of Cardano in the short term, but it's one of those key parts of Cardano that may come up later after many developments and become another reason people invest into Cardano. Now, heading over to OpenCNFT.io, we can see some pretty decent volume, actually. However, if you consider the mints that we had from Gophers, Stag, and her monsters, then that volume combined is actually pretty low, and the days that followed it dropped off significantly. First up, congrats to the Gophers team for selling out and getting through their minting troubles. They were also quite a bit lower than mint, but seem to have recovered nearly to mint price. Based off liquidity, I would say this isn't likely to last. They also have a very long-term outlook, and this space moves very fast. I also wonder if these NFTs will move with the overall crypto market, due to them being a mining NFT. And if we do see a 30 to 60% dip in the overall market after there is a pivot, then Bitcoin will surely see its fair share of dumping. I do like the project, but I'm going to try to get in probably during a stronger dip. Now, looking at all the hype mints that we had, it looks like her monsters is the winner as far as going and staying above mint price. I think the key aspects that made this project a successful mint are the community size, the art, the size, and the price. Looking at the secondary volume, it is almost half of Gophers, yet Gophers are not above mint. This is likely a mixture of lower supply, a cheaper mint price, and less selling under mint price. There are nearly 16% of assets being listed though, but nobody is selling under mint. Gophers only have around 4 to 5% assets listed, but likely people or bots minted a few and are dumping their commons. Checking out Stags, we have 26% listed, 800,000 on secondary volume, and it's about 45 ADA below mint. I saw a few tweets of people saying that they're not too happy with the art. Some weren't happy that many could dip into the Phase 3 mint as well as Phase 2 and Phase 1. I'm not shocked that some projects didn't perform too great because there's just not enough money going around right now, but Stags have had consistent announcements related to what they are building and just hired a new dev. Maybe they will bounce in the future, but personally I like it when teams don't stop. Some take a break after minting, and I do understand that, but this team seems to still be building the day after mint, and I have a lot of respect for that. I'll be keeping an eye out on a few of these projects that are below mint and maybe scoop up a few, but I'm still waiting for liquidity to show any signs of life at first. Now, there's one more project and a JPG Store announcement to cover before we jump into the mints. But first up, Raccoon Syndicate. They've just launched their game website on the 24th where you can go and create your squads. On Tuesday, they will be selecting the upcoming hand and wardrobe traits as well as the first 2 partner projects. This will have to do with their game and which traits add bonuses. Then on Wednesday, they will make upgrades available on their site, and then on the 31st, the first battle round officially starts. If you need help finding a squad, I recommend going to their squad recruiting section in their Discord, and if you need squad members for your own squad, then you can also recruit members in that same Discord. Remember that every raccoon in a squad gets a 10% points earned boost. Last bit of news is with JPG Store's JPG tokens. JPG Store is creating their own token and distributing them to people who have been using their site since day one. The allocation will be based on your buying and selling volume. It says the majority of the rewards will be split evenly between buying and selling, but a small percentage will be given to the project founders as well, which makes sense because without them, there wouldn't be anything to trade. Creators will receive their allocation based on their collection's overall volume, and projects that are rug pulls will obviously get nothing. They also say that wash trading will be disqualified, and they will provide more info on that later. We will have to wait and hear more info on all of this, but initially, I think it's cool that there's now another reason for people to buy or sell their NFTs. Hopefully, some of this news helps our volume situation. Now, jumping over to our mints, for the first mint this week, let's check out Chilled Kongs. After a very long wait, we finally have the Shroom airdrop and Magic Kongs coming to Cardano. How this is going to work is by having their public mint first. The public mint is on March 31st at 10 p.m. UTC. The mint price is 350 ADA and a supply of 4,888 on JPG Store's website. You do not need to hold a Kong in order to mint, and there is no whitelist. After the public mint, holders will be airdropped a magic mushroom token that will be able to transform their OG Kong into a magic one. The OG Kong will not be destroyed, and if you transform a Kong into a magic one, then you will keep both. Kongs are down to about a 900 ADA floor, and I'm really unsure how this is going to play out. If you are someone who mints like gambling and try to flip the rares, then go for it. You'll probably make a pretty good amount if you do mint a rare, but for the more common ones, I'm really not sure. This project has been around for a while, and just a week or two ago, one of their big whales listed many of their Kongs, and after this airdrop, nobody knows what is to come. If they do somehow have a surprise announcement afterwards, that could be good, but even still, our volume has messed up many projects and nobody is safe. Next up is OTK, and this project was originally going to mint on the 31st as well, but they have pushed their mint back to the 12th of April. They have a very valid reason for delaying this mint as well. The change allows them to add more benefits due to the new developments with CIP 68. There are a few differences between CIP 26 and 68 that will allow them to future-proof their pirate collection. If you don't fully understand why, don't worry too much about that right now. It's still very new to everyone, including myself, but just know that these updates will add more flexibility to our NFTs. They will also be doing some artwork refinement, so keep an eye out for any new sneak peeks. Next up is Fortgotten's next mint. On March 30th, Fortgotten is minting 4,000 kids. If you are whitelisted, then you mint on the 30th for 100 ADA. If you are public, then you mint on the 31st for 150 ADA. Also, if anyone is interested in getting a whitelist token, I'm giving away 5 over on Twitter, and that ends tomorrow around 6 p.m. UTC. Or if you are an Atlanick Ocean holder, I'm giving away 5 in my Discord as well, also ending probably around the same time. These whitelist tokens are also mystery boxes. They allow you to mint for 50 ADA cheaper, but also contain equipment that will allow you to customize your kids after the mint. In order to customize a kid, you must use their wardrobe over on their website. What's really cool about this is that you are updating it on chain, so everybody can see this. You can also buy or sell equipment for your kids, so if you don't like what you pulled, you can always sell it. The team has also been building many things to make this a great mint. They are even remastering their old kids to match the new artwork so that every kid is compatible in the wardrobe. They are also working on what they call the workbench. You will be able to combine certain NFTs to create others using this workbench. They have an example in their YouTube video that explains that they did an art airdrop, and if you have enough pages of the airdrop, then maybe you can craft a book showing all of the drawings. Also, the workbench is going to be where you take your mystery boxes to receive your items for that wardrobe. They have been speaking with other projects to try and make their tokens have a successful launch as well. Their tokens will be called bottle caps, however they are still fine-tuning these, so it could be a while before their tokens are released. They also have quests and a few other areas that they are building in, so if you do want to check out everything, I'll have their short video linked in the description below. I highly recommend it. But alright, that's everything that I wanted to cover in today's video. Remember to get outside, see your friends, see your family. We're here to make more money so that we can spend more time with them. Until next time, guys. Peace. I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.